Hi guys, Deluded Guna. Arsenal 2, Hull nil. We had a week from hell last week. It's always a long week when Arsenal lose. We've had a lot of different rumours surrounding our club. We was abysmal versus Watford, appalling against Chelsea. The league, we have to keep fighting as unrealistic as it looks. It looks out of reach. If nothing more, we need to win again today, and restore some pride back into the shirt and heal hurting fans' hearts. Going into the game, also, we know if we lose, we can potentially slip out the top four. Liverpool play Spurs. Sorry, there's an opportunity for one of them to drop points, so we can make ground on one of them. United are not far behind, so it is a pack mentality in the league right now, and there's not much room for error, and we can't keep making the same mistake. Going into the game, our opponents Hull, 18th, fighting relegation, tipped to go down from the start of the year. Got a new gaffer in, playing better as you expect when a new manager comes in. Players have renewed confidence, renewed motivation, and they're hungry again. And they've put in some good results of recent. I mean, Liverpool and United. Sorry, that's two games you'd expect them to lose. To take 4 points speaks volumes of how they've been playing. So this is probably no better time for them to play Arsenal than now, because we're reeling from two different losses in a week. That being said, going into the game, as you'd expect, both sides started off slowly, feeling sorry for themselves. I will say, in my opinion, we started off slightly better because you could see Alexis pressing from the front. You saw Theo Sigler's intention getting behind. You saw Bellerin joining the attack. You saw Iwobi joining the attack. You saw Ox continuously try and find that ball over the top for various players. So we did start off brightly. I will say, saying that we should have really, really put Hull to bed in the first 20 minutes because they made a number of self-inflicting errors, getting caught in possession, lapses in concentration. There was an incident, a lapse in concentration led to a Coquelin header, put Alexis through. Alexis should have finished. Iwobi and Ozil were the benefiters of lapses in concentration in a couple incidences in the first half. Neither able to finish it. We did have chances. And especially when a team doesn't expect to get anything like Hull at the Emirates, we should really be capitalising on these self-inflicting errors and putting them to bed. Because too often we see not Arsenal not do this, and teams have too much of a chance against us. Hull, to be fair, they were committed. As you'd expect, they had a lot of men behind the ball. Time wasted a lot. Came here to see what they could get. They did threaten in patches. They looked dangerous on the counter attack. They looked dangerous on the flanks. Their Polish winger, I can't say his name, sorry, and Markovic looked dangerous down the flanks. There was an incident, Iwobi lost the ball, Markovic pounced on it, put a lovely ball in. Nias, their forward, food and drink, he should be scoring that. There was an incident, their Polish winger put a ball in. Nias, or whatever his name is, sorry, pulled off Koscielny, great header, forced a good save from Czech. Czech actually had a good game, in my opinion, when called upon. Not easy to come from what happened against Chelsea. But yeah, as the first half went on, I'd say we was playing within ourselves. Weren't getting out of third gear. We were trying to walk it in. And like I keep saying, when teams come to the Emirates with no intention to really attack and stay compact, we play into their hands. And we did struggle to break them down, like when we played them away from home earlier in the season. We did deserve our goal in the 33rd minute. Comedy circumstances. Iwobi and Ozil were involved in the build-up. It did hit Alexis's hand. Sunday league goal. We'll take that. We go into halftime at 1-0. While we don't deserve it, because we haven't been playing as we can. Granted, yes, I'm happy because we lost 2 games. We've lost 2 games in a week, and to be ahead for once is great. But I'm looking at the facts. They've come to the Emirates not expecting nothing. It's still only it's halftime and it's only 1-0. What does that say about us again? So you're wondering, second half, what are we going to do? Are we going to be at it again? And second half, I don't feel we were any better. Granted, in the second, it's weird because the possession will show Hull probably had more of the ball, but there was not really a consistent intention from Hull to attack us and have a go. And it looked like we knew we was going to win, so we were just staying compact and not taking any risks and not trying to get the second. I will say, the only benefit of losing 2 games in a row is we wasn't trying to take any risks at the back. Theo, who has made a lot of errors at the back or in silly possessions, was trying to get rid of ASAP, as was Oxlade. But yeah, we didn't really look in the second half any better than the first half. Granted, yes, we're nervous because of the macro of what's happened with our side, but we still wasn't enough. And Hull did have a lot of breaks and a couple chances they probably should have scored, forcing Czech to make numerous saves. We'd still looked nervous, and we got our goal in the second goal in the 90th minute. Really, we should have killed the game off in the first half or in the second half. Way before that, we should have killed it off. But yeah, Alexis breaks. squares it for Perez. Perez is about to header it. Clucas rather foolishly decides to get sent off for an intentional handball. Whether it's intentional or not, I don't know. But this is what the ref's perception of the game. Sent off. Alexis puts it in 2-0. And on one hand, we win the game. On one hand, like I said, two difficult defeats. We've got over the line. We've won. But on the other hand, I'm not happy because I've been saying we haven't played well all season. We haven't for the large part. We still look sluggish. 2-0 via comedy circumstances on each goal for Hull. Hull can come away with some sort of pride in that performance. So we're still feeling sorry for ourselves, and it's still not the Arsenal. The fans, the atmosphere was flat as you'd expect because the fans needed a promising performance from the players to get behind it. But we got over the line. So on one hand, I'm happy we got 3 points. We have to look forward to Munich on Wednesday. We've got, I say we have to look forward for it because no one expects to win. So in that regard, we've got nothing to lose. We need to get some sort of away goals. I will say some players did have good games today. I felt Cech reacted well from his error against Chelsea. Koscielny, I've been angry at him for the last 2 games. Reacted well, looked to have the bit between his teeth. Gibbs came in. I've always said how fierce that competition is, and when Gibbs comes in, he looks sharp. He looked sharp today. Maybe should have got sent off. Yeah, he looked sharp. Ox had another promising game in the midfield. Very harsh to get sent off and not see the game through. Alexis, 2 goals. What can you say? You got to have him up there. He had a good game. Ozil didn't have the best of games. He looked frustrated. There was 2 incidences where Coquelin and Oxlade-Chamberlain played in the ball and he looked a cut figure. He looked very angry. So yeah, while we were nowhere near our best, I'll give our performance because we won on paper is 2-0, 6 out of 10. In real terms, a 4. But we got over the line. We've got our 3 points. If we're playing for nothing, we're playing for pride. We might not be where we are come the end of the day, but at this moment in time, we stay third for now. So yeah, we can't complain. 2-0 against Hull. Done our job for today. We look forward to Wednesday. Thank you for watching, people. I'm out.